squinted deer up there and I glanced at him.
It's really cranking. Butler and Carpenter had a great encounter with a huge buck this morning.
Well, you saw that deer. I guess it's the buck that we came in here after. I saw him yesterday. We killed him. We just killed Touchdown. November the 1st, we already have deer coming in on us. It's a beautiful cold morning, upper 30s. We got Butler's hunting about a quarter mile to our north. We already got some deer coming on, so we gotta cut this short. Well, guys. Finally, November. It's November 1st today. Yesterday was Halloween. We didn't even hunt yesterday on Halloween because it was like 78 degrees. We ended up hanging some stands for Jarrett. Cody Jarrett's finally here with me. Also, him and Scott are just down the river about 300 or 400 yards from us. Hopefully they'll get on a good deer today. We've already had 7 or 8 deer through here. Small buck came in chasing a doe. In the dark, basically in the moonlight, we could see him because it's a full moon right now. But hopefully we'll have a big buck come through here, and we can let a wasp broadhead eat. So I'm excited. It's a nice, cool morning. The wind's perfect for this stand. Maybe we'll even see Touchdown. We'll see what happens. Half hour, 40 minutes after daylight. We've already had about 5 does come through. We still got one way out there in the cornfield that's working its way up. So, well, we seen a heck of a nice buck last night, right before dark, by 50s, pushing 60s, 10-pointers. So we're gonna rattle. He was just in the cornfield to our south. So we're gonna do a little bit of rattling here until we can get. was too hot. I might see a deer just a second. Nope, never mind. False alarm. But anyway, didn't see a whole lot this morning. It's just been so hot. It is like really hot. It's like got 70 degrees today. It's just ridiculous. But the bucks are definitely starting to move. They are really hitting scrapes hard, really making rubs. They're really starting to bump does. We got a full moon too, so it's just been a lot of night movement. We came in here on this food plot tonight. Hopefully we'll see something. There are several scrapes in here. I looked at this earlier. So hopefully we'll get a buck to come in here. If a doe comes in and gives us really good footage, we might just let her have it too. I don't know, so we'll see. Got Jarrett behind the camera. Boom, Cody squared. Cody squared. That's right. November project, day 1. Okay guys, it's November the 2nd. Me and Butler finally got settled in a tree. There were, God, I don't know, probably at least 100 turkeys in here this morning, roosted right around the tree.
Or more.
Yeah, there possibly could have been more. It's just crazy. So, hopefully if they're gone now, everything's gonna get settled in. Hopefully something will start moving through here. We're gonna do a little bit of rattling here in a few minutes and see if we can't call one in. Beautiful morning. It's November the 2nd. My main man Alex Ghost rolled into town late last night. He offered to jump on a camera this morning. It's a lot colder than it has been the last few days. It's probably in the upper 30s this morning. We already have some deer running on the other side of the creek from us, so we're gonna sit here. As soon as the sun comes up, we're gonna rattle a little bit. It's November the 2nd. It's getting close. Right there's a giant. Oh my God.
he was heavy. But he was dark. He was dark colored.
But I don't know if he was bigger. I couldn't get a look at him. It was just rattled. And I looked up and he was trotting.
I guarantee you, right off that little point that goes out there, I guarantee you he was laying down there with that doe. And then as soon as he rattled, he stood up.
Just had a nice 8-point come through. I've got several pictures of him this year. He's probably borderline 140. He's really a beautiful 8-point. But he skirted around behind us. I think he got just a little bit of our wind. He knew something wasn't right, so he skirted around the edge of the field. I can actually still see him walking through there, but he's a really nice deer. So there's quite a few that's bigger, so hopefully one of them will come through. Okay, it's kind of gotten dead here in the last little bit. I've rattled several times, hadn't had any response, so don't see anything moving around way through the timber. We can see a long ways right here. I think we're just gonna ease on out of here and make a game plan for this evening. Go get us a bite to eat. We're getting a little bit hungry. Kind of start out with no breakfast and don't last long. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get everything packed up and get out of here and make a game plan for this evening. Right in the middle of our rattling sequence, we had a big old 8-point come running in. It stopped about 70 yards out there. I was kind of looking around. I'm almost certain it's the deer we called the 158. But then another buck came in, another big old 8-point, and a big flyer on its left, main beam behind its G2. I'm not real sure what that deer was, and then they kind of turned around and shuffled back and forth. And one was walking through the brush this way, one was walking through the brush that way, and we wasn't sure which one was the mature deer. They both looked mature, just. But the one over here, the bigger one of the two, had a doe with him. We grunted him several times and he never came in. But the other one's kind of walking up that way. They've been bedding. There's a big basketball shape in the timber, and they're up there laying down, so they'll come back, I'm sure of it. We're just gonna sit here for a little bit longer and see what happens. Alrighty, well, it's November the 2nd, right? Second sit of the day. We sat to a little after 11 today. And you seen the deer I came here for, the big 158. That's not 158, that's 150, 8-point. Carpenter gives us a hard time when we say it's 158.
How do you know he's 158?
Yeah, exactly. So, he's in here. He's locked down with a doe. So, he can't be far. I'm kind of hoping he went from there to there while we were gone. He never, he's still down in there. There's a big ravine, big cut, and he's laying in with that doe. But right behind us is touchdown, the infamous touchdown. Or famous. Infamous or famous? Probably infamous.
Both.
Both, yeah. So, I mean, 2 nights ago he was standing right there in the corner of the cornfield. So he's here too. hoping it's a good evening. It's kind of warm though, low 60s. We're gonna sit here and find out.
Alright, what we doing?
We're gonna go hunt. We just pulled out of my driveway, and we're actually heading over here to where Jarrett and I were last night. We're not gonna sit in the blind though. We're gonna sit in the tree stand that I had there. It wasn't really set up yesterday, so I ran over there today and put the camera stand in, adjusted a few things, and Scott and I are heading over there now. We're gonna get in there. Saw 11 or 12 of those last night, and one small buck. But right back in the timber, not too far, my dad was probably 150 yards through the timber on the other side and saw a huge buck. Some new buck that came up, he said probably in the 180s. So we're hopefully going in there after him. There's a couple other bucks in there and see what happens. Well, it's November the 2nd. Scott and I just got up in this tree. This is probably one of my favorite stands. And it's the first time I've ever hunted it. Never hunted it even in the past before. We've had tree stands in this area. But this year my dad and I came in here and we decided to plant an arrow seed alfalfa field in here. Just a little food plot right here. We got a lot of new growth on it, and the deer have been just pouring out here. Jarrett and I had 12 does and fawns out here last night, and then a small buck came out really late. But we sat just right over there, probably 40 yards in a blind. But all the deer were just right out here in front of us. And then last night also, my dad was back in the timber back here, and he's seen a huge buck that we've never seen before. So that's kind of the deer that we're after. Hopefully he'll come out. There's a couple other bucks in the area. You know, it could be a good night. It's stinking hot. This weather is getting to be ridiculous. So we'll see what happens. November 2nd, day 2 of the November project. Hopefully we can kill something. Jarrett's in a tree about up 3/4 of a mile south of here in Kansas. So we're in Nebraska, but I'm excited. It should be a good night. Oh my God, that might be the 158. That's either 158 or touchdown. That's either the one.
Do it again so you can see him.
He's still there.
I know.
Oh man, that's touchdown, I think. There's his doe. He's going. I'm gonna text Butler. That's either 158. That's either 158 or touchdown. I think it's touchdown.
You see him?
He left. I don't know if I should text him.
Knock them horns together, man.
I just got a text from Jarrett, and him and Alex are hunting over in the area where Touchdown's at, and they just had an encounter with him. He's actually standing in the river right now. Hopefully they're getting some footage of him. Maybe he'll go over to him. Jarrett can get a shot. We'll see what happens, but that's the first time. Well, other than my dad missed him off camera. Bugs, ridiculous. Missed him off camera. It's the first encounter anybody's ever had of him with him in the daylight. My heart's beating and I'm clear over here. I can throw up. If I can still see him, I can see his doe. The doe's still standing there. He walked, there he is. They're feeding around on that point.
Oh, they're up on that knob?
You see where the river bends to the left?
Yeah, they're up on that knob.
She's clear on the front, like she didn't jump in the river. He's back. See them trees? He's back right behind that brush.
I see him. He's out on it right now.
There he is. That's touchdown. That's touchdown. That is touchdown. Look how big that deer is. That's touchdown.
It's touchdown. It's touchdown. I have to tell a converter on. It's touchdown.
Get good footage of him. The big boys got does. Every mature deer have a doe. They all have does.
Dude.
Which is...
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?
That deer's a mile away. I'm shook up.
Have you ever seen a buck that big before? Oh my gosh.
He's pumped. Hey, Butler's pumped.
Dude, I'm pumped.
We got footage.
I'm pumped.
He's probably happy now because I told him he's walking away.
The footage isn't good.
Who cares? Well, it's been somewhat of a slow evening with the small bit of excitement. We just had touchdown, 180-inch, a world-class deer in my book at billion yards, maybe. I don't know. No, he's probably 1,000 yards. He's with a doe, though. That's the second mature buck we've seen today that have does. So, I mean, they're kind of locked down, but they're definitely mobile right now. He's been in the same place Butler knew he was bedding last year. And Alex and I were just talking about getting stands tonight or tomorrow and taking them up the river here 1,000 yards, 800 yards, because they've been crossing there. We've seen a 3.5-year-old, a deer we call Gnarly. He crossed about 2 hours ago. We still have probably 3 hours of daylight left. So, I mean, touchdown's not going to come down here tonight. I mean, he was working his way north up into Nebraska. So, I mean, we're going to sit here. I mean, we still got the 158 pointer. He should be around here somewhere. I'm just hoping I didn't booker him out, because once we saw touchdown, I cranked those horns together. He looked up, but he just went back over to his doe and kind of fed away. So, starting to get cool though. I mean, tomorrow's going to be the day it busts wide open, because it's supposed to be 30 degrees in the morning with a north wind. And Big Al's got the hot seat tomorrow. Oh yeah. So, we're going to sit here for a few more hours and see what happens. Just did a stinking interview about not seeing deer. Looked forward. There's the 3 does coming right to the food plot. Perfect. I'm telling you, this has been the worst year in the world for frickin' wind directions. Nobody can get it right. It's supposed to be east, northeast winds, which is blowing back in there, which is perfect for this. And right now, the wind's blowing straight out of the west. It's been like this all year. I don't know. I'm just beside myself.
Yeah, this is, I don't understand. This has not been nothing close to what they say. Swirling winds and everything.
Just seems like if something could go wrong, it's going wrong this year.
Murphy's Law.
We might just end up getting down because anything that comes out here in this food pod's gonna leave. So we're probably just gonna pack it up and head back to the house. Scott and I are probably gonna go to one of his places tomorrow. So. God almighty.
Keep doing it.
Infrared, baby. Can you see it?
I'm not getting tired. Give me some.
What do you want? Shouldn't you take me to dinner first? Alright.
Oh my god, we gotta get
November 2nd, day 2 of the November project. We had an encounter with with a magnificent 8-point, one of the best looking 8-points I've ever seen. We caught the 158. He was at 75, 80 yards. Plus, we had one of our up and comers. It's a 2-year-old 10-point. The 158 kind of pushed him off. So, but the best part of the day is we got to lay eyes on the infamous touchdown at about 1,000 yards, probably 1,000, 1,200. I mean, he was a poke, man. So, I mean, north wind blows in the night. It's going to get down into the low 30s tonight. So, we're going to slip out of here. I'm going to run up. I'm going to pick up a couple more stands, come down. Alex is hunting all day tomorrow. Then we're going to... and then where all the deer were crossing tonight, and the past few times we sat at this stand, Alex and I are going to slip up there. We're going to hang it set Saturday afternoon. And we're going to hunt it from like noon to dark. So, day 2.